Hello, happy Monday morning. As I'm sure you've noticed, it's now impossible to go to trade shows on location, on site. Indeed, the business has to be done with wholesale buyers. It has to be done online. It has to be done through the phone. It has to be done by emails or going to online platforms because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So what does this mean for creative entrepreneurs and creative businesses like your businesses? Well, it means that you have to actually maximize your options on how to advertise online. And you also have to make sure that you are going to all these online trade shows, which allow you to speak to your wholesale customers, and you need to put a business to consumer strategy to target your retail consumers. So that implies that you have to become way more savvy in terms of using your digital assets, be it your website, which needs to be top-notch in terms of speed, user-friendly tools, and also having an e-commerce facility where your products, wares or services can be bought easily by customers. You also need to use your social media tools as much as you can, and have a proper SEO strategy in place, whereby almost every day, like we are doing at our law firm Crefovi, we are posting some content, information-packed content, useful content for our targets and our clients and our prospects, and we are therefore doing this on all the usual suspects, be it Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, but also on our podcast platforms, where we syndicate all our content, audio content. And also something that is very important as part of your SEO strategy is that your website needs to be full customized and really worked on in order to have a perfect on-site SEO, so search engine optimization. So you need to really do a lot of work here by installing some SEO plugins like the Yoast SEO plugin, in order to make sure that you've boosted your page and you've amended your web pages and your blog post, so that they will come up at the top of the rankings whenever some keywords which are mentioned in those pages and blog posts are being typed by internet users. So your search engine optimization strategy, SEO strategy, should always be white hat strategy, not black hat, which is prohibited by Google, and you would actually be penalized by Google, by large search engines like Google, if you use a black hat SEO strategy. So it needs to be white hat. What does that mean? It means that you have to play fair, and for example, you shouldn't buy any links on link farms. You shouldn't do also some followers buying, or on Twitter or on Instagram. And you should basically make sure that it's all organic, that it comes, this increase of followers, this increase of people who put some nice comments and like comments is basically organic and really true, and that you don't buy them, because the search engines will find out, and you may have problems by being deranked by the likes of Google because you use a black hat strategy. Same thing if you also buy some links on link farms. So also from a legal standpoint, you could be in trouble, and here I'd like to cite the case Marks & Spencer versus Interflora, where Marks & Spencer bought some keywords for its Google tags, Google Ads strategy, and one of the keywords was interflora, which is one of the competitors of Marks and Spencer in the flower business. Marks and Spencer does sell flowers, yes. And so one of its competitors is interflora, and as part of its SEO strategy, Marks and Spencer had bought the keyword interflora. And so whenever you were typing as a user interflora, flowers, what would come up first as a Google ad would be Marks and Spencer site in relation to buying flowers. So interflora didn't at all appreciate this as a kind of strategy, which I think could be definitely defined as black hat SEO strategy, and actually filed a trademark infringement litigation case with the UK courts. And then the UK courts stayed these proceedings and asked the European Court of Justice to take a decision on this as to whether there was trademark infringement, to which the ECJ, the European Court of Justice, said yes, there is some trademark infringement if you buy as a keyword for your Google ad strategy the trademark of a competitor. So Marks and Spencer was actually, sentenced to pay some damages to Interflora for trademark infringement. So be mindful of the fact that the internet is not the Far West. There are some rules that you need to follow, but it is an extremely, extremely great opportunity that needs to be tapped into, that needs to be leveraged in these difficult times where we basically can't go to trade shows. Even a lot of retail shops are closed. So you must improve and develop and make very, very effective your online strategy on your website, as well as on your digital assets, such as your social media sites, and also your domain names. So this is the last bit I wanted to talk to you about today. In terms of domain names, it's important to have a portfolio of domain names which is strong. So for example, our law firm Crefovi has two websites, one in English, in an English language, which is crefovi.com, and another website which is in French, which is a mirror site of crefovi.com, except that it's in French, and it's crefovi.fr. FR stands for France. So of course we've licensed those two websites, those two domain names, crefovi.com and crefovi.fr, but we also have a strong portfolio of other domain names that we buy and we renew the license of every year, such as crefovi.cn for China, crefovi.hk for Hong Kong, crefovi.eu for the whole European Union, crefovi.us, etc., etc. And it's very important for you guys to do the same, to also have a strong portfolio of domain names, because then, as long as you have a license on those domain names, then nobody else can actually, no troll can actually purchase those domain names and then, attempt to force you into paying some outrageous sums of money to buy back the domain name, which sadly is something that can happen with domain name trolls. So once you have the domain names, when you've got this strong portfolio of domain names, what you can do, because you don't want to park them for nothing, you just have a redirect link of these secondary domain names, such as, for example, crefovi.cn for China. You have a redirect link to your main website, which in our case is crefovi.com. So if one clicks on crefovi.cn for China, then he or she will be redirected to crefovi.com, our main website in English. So these are really important strategies to put in place now. The future is bright, and it's time to seize this opportunity of the online presence and online marketing and online sales. Bye for now.